What's up, everybody? It's Wipe Well Out Down Radio. It's Big Matt. We're back with another one. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe. If you're not and you're part of the movement, hit the like, comment, share. So for this one, it's going to be kind of a quick video. Now that we're talking about gangs and all that good stuff, one thing that I could never figure out was this. You talk about watered down, you talk about this, you talk about that, but at the end of the day, gangs have a lot of politics and this and that. But one thing I could never understand is if you break the word gang down, okay? For all my experiences with gangs, every set, every clique, whatever it is, has a set of oaths and bylaws. And when you talk about oaths and bylaws, you're talking about rules, regulations, you're talking about signing the line on things that you believe. And some of those things that you believe, for example, I've probated for a gang before, okay? Matter of fact, not only did I did, but Viking did as well, okay? And we're going to collab in the future and talk about that gang and those experiences, but I don't feel right talking about it without him. And it was the same gang. Never joined one, okay? But when you're talking about rules, regulations, oaths, bylaws, you're talking about being held accountable for those things. So an example of oaths and bylaws, rules and regulations for a gang, besides the literature, besides the knowledge, besides living the right way, you have to abide and you have to live by the same rules, regulations, bylaws, what have you. But most of the gangs have several oaths and bylaws similar. And some don't. Some have total different twisted looks and political views or whatever have you. But to generalize everybody together, some may say and some may not say no drug use. Meaning you're going to join this gang, you're going to be a part of it, you know, you're going to have brothers, do this and that, but you're not to get high, okay? So you're not to indulge in K2, spice, this and that, is an example. So, but this video is about the second example, and I don't know the order of what stuff goes on. There's a lot of different gangs, but, you know, the concept is a lot of them share the same principles, okay? So the next one is, what the video is about is not to engage in homosexual activity, okay? I can't tell you how many times I've seen it. You have these gangs in prison, and gangs are for numbers, numbers are for gangs, and this and that. But the oaths and bylaws we were just talking about, they will cancel each other in locations and movement within the prison. And what I mean by that is I can't even pinpoint one story. I can't even pinpoint one thing because I've seen it so many times. But you will have gang members that could be any and all, you know. They got the gold teeth. They got all the tattoos. You know, they're the loudest guys in the dorm. And they move up in the gang. And they mess with punks, okay? And they do it in a matter to where they think that they're slick, but it's obvious among the rest. And in Florida, I cannot speak for other states, but in the state of Florida, you know, before this channel was created, this is exactly how I explain this to close friends who asked, family, what have you. There's no rape. There's none of that going down in Florida. There's more willing homosexuals. There's more willing people in there to give it up, to where there's no taking. So the whole movie concept and all that, it's out the window. But you will see it time and time again. These hard gang members, these hard, thugs, and these hard, banging dudes up on the wall. I'm not gonna say they're soft. Same dude up there with the golds and the tattoos and the more gangster dude. Same dude you see up there on the wall banging somebody up is the same dude on chicken night. Every Tuesday in Florida, DOC is chicken night. So to break that down real fast is on an average day, Monday through Friday, with the exception of Tuesday, 70% of the dorm will go to chow and eat dinner, okay? Because the other 30% don't prefer the food, and they're eating off the money that's sent into them from friends, family, what have you. On Tuesday, however, instead of 70% of the dorm leaving and going, you have more like about a 90% of the dorm is going out of there because everybody likes the chicken on the bone. You could be white, you could be black, you could be Spanish, you could be Chinese, you could be any and all after that. You can be in a gang, you could be a neutron, you can be any and all after that, but everybody shares the taste of American barbecue chicken. So 90% of the dorm is going to go. But the same guy with the gold teeth, the same guy with all the tattoos, the same guy that's hard, the same guy that's a gangster, the same guy that's a killer, is going to sit back, not go get the chicken, so his brothers go and get the chicken. And he's airing out the punk in the back stall. Every Tuesday, this guy gets, he's got something's on his schedule planner for the time where chow gets called at nighttime. It only happens so long. Just as I'm sitting here telling you that I've seen it before maybe his brothers do. At the same time, his brothers see it maybe even before I did. They may see it, they may think it, but it has to be, either caught in action or the set will move down on the punk. You know what I mean? And they will all the way apply pressure on the punk till the punk breaks and says, "Oh my God, I love Tyrone. What do you mean?" Punk is good, shuffled off, but Tyrone is $150. He's taken all the way up through there. And word moves. Tyrone may get $150. He may get cut up. But Tyrone is all the way messed up because when he goes to protective custody and checks in, or they transfer him on a negative transfer, he's in a gang. Nowadays, I said it once before, and I'll always say this, a cell phone is the most hated thing in the chain gang. It's nothing. It is nothing for that same gang to get on the phone, call over to the institution he got transferred to, and put a hit on him. But being said that, there was a blood that I thought, I said it in videos back. It was gangs running trains, where I was explaining how gangs run trains on people and how I had to run through the politics and get the head up. But I was talking about this blood dude named JoJo. When he was at the main unit, he was a killer, and he was this and that. He was just like a soldier, but he was trying to move up in the ranks. But anyhow, he had gotten transferred at this part down to a work camp. At this time on my second bid, towards the end of the bid, I had made the work camp where I was in there with JC and Raven and what have you. But now he's away from the majority of all his brothers, but he still had some at the camp versus a whole lot at the main unit. But what have you. This dude was, he's messing around with this Chinese punk, okay? And when I say watered down, this is what I mean. Take the same guy, JoJo. This dude is a homosexual on the sly at the main unit, okay? Maybe it's not exposed or whatever have you, because at the main unit he would have got cut, he would have got buck 50'd, they would have got him away and erased him. But now he's at, the work camp where he doesn't have as many of the gang around, but it was accepted. Weirdo shit. It was accepted now. So, but hold on a second. What happened to those bylaws, those oaths, those principles? What happened just then? Because you were around more, we're supposed to follow them, but because there's less over here, there's loopholes? No. Either you're in something all the way, you stand behind it all the way, you follow all the oaths, you follow all the bylaws, you follow all the principles, or you're not in it. This is why I did not join a gang. You see what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoying this little gang thing that I'm putting together. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in. Make sure that you guys like it. Make sure you guys comment, and I'll answer every comment. For anybody who's floated over here for the title or is not, subscribe, join the movement. We're all white boy. We're all strong over here. We're all solid. And on that, everybody watching, stay safe, stay out, stay solid. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. Until the next one.